So you should be able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Thank you. So in a day-to-day life, we are, neglecting or ignoring or sacrificing some of the things we really need to do. So there are few things. Sleep is one among that. Often we sacrifice our sleep for one or other reason. So if you have extra work, you just sit late in the office, go to bed late, or if you want to move, go to a movie or late night party, you immediately sacrifice your sleep. But we really don't know how important the sleep is for us. Our body is a wonderful natural machine. We need to give some rest to it. So most of the time we are not doing that, and often we are getting sick because of lack of sleep. So but the sleep enhances our memory. Many things it helps. It improves learning. So the learning marathon title justified here. So 8 hours of sleep deprived people had only 40%. They have 40% of learning deficiency. They couldn't learn as much the people who sleep well. And 6 hours or lesser sleep, increases your heart attack rate 200%. Imagine, in your lifetime that if you get a heart attack, that's mainly because of your, lack of sleep. And insomnia, you might have heard about that particular disease. That is actually due to a lack of sleep. If you couldn't sleep well in the nights, you'll get insomnia. Yes, please. That causes many other troubles as well, like mental depression, hysteria. So lack of sleep causes all other troubles. So it is the starting point for you to get sick. Okay. So sleep well, whatever problems you have, set aside them, sleep well, go to bed at a routine time. Maybe if it is ideally 8 hours sleep is for good for all of us. We'll have us, the table chart for how many hours we need to sleep in the next slide. But ideally, it is 8 hours for us. So if you have sleep for 8 hours, it's really, really good for our health. It just makes you fresh in the next day. Our organs are working like a machine throughout the day. So the night sleep gives good rest to our organs. Your heart pulse rate decreases. So that means that it takes some rest. And your blood circulates very well. And, in a deep sleep, your eye movement, stops. That is the thing that you are in your deep sleep. So your brains, take some rest, and it just gives every freshness to all your organs. So sleep is very, very important for us. You may wonder, okay, some of the great personalities, they had less sleep hours and they succeeded. That's really true. You can take example of Dr. Kalaignar Karunanidhi. He slept only for 3 or 4 hours. Even what time it would be before writing a letter to his party cadre, he didn't go to sleep, even at 3 o'clock. But the thing that he was very passionate about power, being in the power. So that keeps him happy even without the sleep. But we don't have such passion. We are not passionate about our work. We are not passionate about anything else. So if we sacrifice, that would really affect our health. But other leaders, the great leaders, they are passionate about some things that gives them happiness. So that just balances. We are not such great personalities, so we need sleep. You might take another example, Dr. J. Jayalalitha. She also, passionate about power, but her last few years, she started going sick, and I would say if she had lost in the election of 2016, she would have survived, because she couldn't handle that much pressure that affected, sleep, because such leaders cannot sleep fully. They cannot, sleep for 8 hours. So that really caused a trouble for her. We can just those are the exceptional cases, but for a normal human being, we need 8 hours sleep. And if you just lose 4 hours sleep in a day, that will immediately disturb your immunity system. So just 4 hours, if you lose sleep in a day, that will kill the 70% of natural killer cells. So that actually will fight against your infections. So that would be affected if you just lack of 4 hours sleep. And 6 hours or less of sleep distorts 711 genes. So that actually, among the 711, 50% of them associated with your immunity system. So if you don't have a good sleep, that could be the main cause or starting point of your sickness. So you need to sleep very well. That's an important point. So how many of you sleep 8 hours in a day? Maybe you can just put it in a Slack or chat box.
Myself, more than 8 hours.
Yeah, exactly. I am also 10 hours, I think so.
That's actually good. So you just need, you cannot be a miser or cannot be lavish on your sleep. If you sleep more than 10 hours, that is also not good. So I'll give you the chart. Is it all legible to read? Okay. So we are in the category of 26 to 64 years. The ideal sleep hours for us is 7 to 9 hours. So okay, if you just lose a couple of hours, 6 hours, more than 6 hours, but below 10 hours, it's still good. But if you sleep less than 6 hours or more than 10 hours, not good for you. So whoever sleep more than 10 hours, just reduce. Whoever sleeps less than 6 hours, increase. And again, when you have to keep that timing when you go to bed. It should be the constant time. Okay, if you start sleeping by 10 o'clock, the ideal timing for our sleep is 10 to 6. So in the at 3 o'clock only, there are hormones that will actually help your liver to function fully. Your liver removes all the unwanted things and segregates it to the urine. So your liver functions very good at 3 o'clock. So if you lose sleep at 3 o'clock, your liver will not function on that day. So it's related to many other things. So have sleep good. That keeps you very healthy. The next one is, doing exercise. This is another thing that we often neglect or, ignore. It could be due to our laziness, or we couldn't just have this because of our busy schedule. Actually, nobody is busy all the 24 hours. That's the truth. But we say we are always busy. So for that reason, we are ignoring all these, good things. So one among them is exercise. So we need to do regular exercise at least for 30 to 45 minutes. Ideally, it would be good if you do exercise 15 minutes in the morning and 20 to 30 minutes in the evening. Don't do heavy exercise before going to bed. So the ideal time is early in the morning or in the evening. Or if you do exercise, just go to bed after 2 hours. So it gives many helpful things to you. It improves your emotions. It gives you a happiness or pleasure mind after you are doing exercise. Good sleep, increased immunity, and one other thing is it just increases some of the hormones to produce the endorphins, dopamine. These are the hormones which keeps you in a kind of very good mood. And dopamine is just interacts through it, just throughout your body. It just makes healthy or trying to interact with the nerve cells and makes you happy at all time. So if you do exercise, these hormones increases, and it will give you kind of good mood. And many other things. You all heard about our neural networks in our brain. So it gives an immediate effect to our brain. So doing exercise gives an immediate and positive effect to our brain. So that's the main thing. So if you are not doing any exercise daily, just start. Walking is a very good exercise, very simple exercise you can do regularly. So if you are not doing, please start by today itself. Tomorrow never comes. And then sunshine. Remember our Vice President Daniel said, during our lockdown pandemic days, we were confined to the halls. We were not supposed to go out. So we were maybe in the situation of lacking the vitamin D. So being under sunshine, you will get vitamin D that is directly related to your immune system. And it also helps to produce another hormone, serotonin, which is actually, give you a very good feeling of well-being, happiness, and stabilizes your mood. So being at not at the 12 o'clock or in the summertime, May, in the month of April or May, 12 o'clock sun is not ideal. So morning 7 to 10, evening 4 to 6, if you just happen to be under sun, that really helps you to get these hormones developed and gives you complete immunity. And this will give you a quality sleep as well. And, it will also gives the benefit of improving your cognitive functions like reading. So it just gives you a very good mood so that you can do many other positive things like reading books, doing activities. So just be at sunshine and it will get a natural immunity system from sun directly. Then we are doing some routines, but are we sure that we are doing all things in a routine way? Absolutely not. So we need to have some kind of routine work every day. We need to have a schedule. Okay, this is my fixed schedule. Anything comes apart from this, I have to see whether I can accommodate the extra thing into it or not. So if you have a fixed schedule, you can analyze the things whether you can do or not. So suppose you are going to write an exam or you are going to catch a train or flight, and just start before an hour and only doing at the 11th hour. Okay, unexpectedly there is a traffic jam. What would happen? You miss the train. So if you start earlier, okay, even if there is a jam, traffic jam, we can ignore, isn't it? So just plan and do it in a routine way. I see Vice President Dinesh David, I know he comes to office sharply at 7 or 7:30, and 12 to 12:30 is fixed at lunchtime. Okay, if anything I need to do a business with him, okay, I can think, okay, 12 to 12:30, Dinesh will not be available. I can go later or earlier. So something, like kind of a fixed thing, and it will be very helpful for your routine business. And, if you are on a schedule, you don't have to worry about any other extra thing. I know sometimes our wife may call you and ask to take her to a movie. And if you don't have any schedule and you said, okay, and unfortunately you have a client call late in the evening and you miss you couldn't take her to the movie, what would happen? The serious impact of that. But if you have a fixed schedule, you can see whether you have time or not. And if it is, you cannot fit into that particular day, okay, you can say to your wife, honey, I'll take you to the movie on Saturday. Today I got some other work. So you can just convince her. So this kind of, you can avoid uncertainty on that. And again, it's kind of, very helpful to form healthy habits. 8 o'clock, I can start to office. I'm here by 9 o'clock, 1 to 2 lunch. 7 o'clock, I'm leaving office. 7 to 9, I do these kind of activities. 10 o'clock, I'm going bed. So kind of routine will really give you, very good mood and a healthy walk of life. And then eating together. The one thing I missed during the pandemic days, I missed to eat along with my friends here at office. All these 14 years, I rare eating lunch alone. So Daniel knows, we were 14 members team in the third floor on time. So we all, used to eat together. That just gives you kind of, little happiness. Likewise, when you eat along with your family, that really helps you. You can understand about others, even if your kids. You can, if you just have a conversation, that may end up, or your kid may fear or something that. But in a kind of a dinner, if you have a dinner all together, along with your family, that give you kind of, improves your relationship even with your spouse or your kids or whoever in your family. Okay, so just plan at least have a dinner to eat together at least once in a day, preferably in night dinner, and plan eating together on a holiday, Sunday preferably. So you can just discuss many things. Okay, so you may just get to know about the happiness or good things, bad things from them. So you can sort out many issues, and so you can encourage your kids. So all this comes with thing eating together. So I know in our side, I know people used to buy alwa and maligaipu to wife. So whatever the problem, the fight the husband and the wife had in the morning, in the evening, if the husband gives her alwa and maligaipu and eat together, the problem would be resolved. So that's the reason our Tirunelveli people have a less percentage of divorce. So many things, it's kind of giving a very quality good time with your family. So just plan for eating together at least once in a day, and spend your time with all your family members the whole day in the weekend, the holiday. I think that's it. Do you have any questions?